All right. We did half of your list. Now let's do the worse than most people think. Mason Taylor being on this list surprises me. What do you think Mason Taylor is going to be for the Jets?
I just think there's too many mouths to feed, man. Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., A.D. Mitchell's going to be more a part of this offense, I think, than people think. We know the reports coming out of OTAs that means nothing really, but it means something. I think A.D. Mitchell's got an opportunity to show that he could be a wide receiver 3 or even 2B in this league. You know, Kenyon Sadiq is there now. Brees is going to need the balls. Braylon Allen. The thing with Mason Taylor is the yak stuff with him is gonna be where you're not gonna get those, 120-yard games like a Sam Laporta was getting with Detroit early in his career. Like, you're not gonna get those blow-up games. I think he'll put himself in a position on a big third down because he's good in feeling out the coverages to settle and get, a big, 12-yard catch on 3rd and 11 for, to move the chains. But like, I think in total, and that's good for the Jets. Like, that's good for your offense. It's not about stats always, but thinking like he's going to have this like blow up year where we're putting him in, top 15 tight end, conversations or top 20. I just don't think he's going to get the volume to be able to showcase that. I think his career, it's going to be about longevity, sort of like a Jason Witten sort of path here where like it'll take him a little bit, but he's going to be valuable when it matters most. But you'll look at what he did in the game and, he had 38 yards. But if half of those are 2 first downs he picked up or a touchdown in the red zone that was important, that's fine. I just don't think Mason Taylor, for where we drafted him and how people are projecting, it's his second year, he's going to blow up this year because he was a second round pick as a tight end. I mean, I don't see him as that kind of player. So
T'Vondre Sweat. What don't you like about T'Vondre Sweat? Feels like he's perfect for the role they're going to have him playing.
I just think there's a lot of players that are going to be moving in and out up front up there.
Also, you're going against your 2 podcast co-hosts here who each talked about Taylor and Sweat as guys that could have breakout seasons for the Jets. And you're saying, they're actually going to be worse than most people think, including my co-host.
I mean, listen, that's my opinion. It's how it goes sometimes, Jake. I just listen, nothing against T'Vondre Sweat. People are speculating that he's going to, based on even what Jeffrey Simmons said, there's no reason this guy can't be the best offensive, tackle in football. I don't know if he's going to be able to put it all together. Are you going to be able to put him being in shape together, his want to play together? Like, he's had things about him off the field that people have questioned how much he loves football and does he stay in shape? That's one variable. The other is with Jawan Briggs, Harrison Phillips, Onyemata, and some of these guys. I mean, like, he's going to have to put himself in a position to get reps over those guys and the rookie also. So, I mean, it's just going to be about snaps for him. He's, to me, is like a high risk or like a high reward kind of guy. I don't want to say risks. There's really no risk there, but he's going to be like either a boom or bust kind of player where, yeah, I think if he comes in shape, which is an if he plays really well and he outplays some of these other guys, yeah, he'll see the field enough where we'll look at him and say, he's a lot better than he was in Tennessee or some expected. There's too many ifs with him that when there's so many ifs, I kind of shy away from that player. How do we know? Yeah.
We got to blurt out anything about some sliders.
I'm about to.
The Jake Asman Show is now presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app made simple. Just pick more or less on your favorite players' projections and build your lineup in seconds. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And PrizePicks is already offering NFL futures, including futures for New York Jets players. Take a look at the lineup that you see on the screen. Garrett Wilson, more than 4.5 reception touchdowns. David Bailey, he's going to have at least 7 sacks his rookie year. Arvell Reese, almost a Jet. I think he'll have at least 3 sacks in his rookie year with the Giants. That is a 3-pick power play, $10 to pay out $60. That is just an example of some of the lineups you can make over at PrizePicks. Make your own lineups today for any sport. Just download the PrizePicks app, use the code HMA, and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. One from Black Gypsy. Sherwood last year is as bad as Frankie V's haircut.
Unbelievable. Unreal. Listen, my haircut's like, Jamie and getting 154 tackles on a bad defense. All right. You can work with it. There's something there. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something I could do here. Somebody said,
is your dream scenario to have dinner with Jamie and Sherwood and David Bailey at the same time?
Well, if David Bailey wants to have dinner, it's just going to be me and David Bailey. Nobody else is invited. So if Bailey will only do it, if Sherwood's there, then yes.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, a super chat here from Nate who says, when I head to New York, I demand lunch with Frankie, going to start a heated discussion in public with the guy.
I mean, I've done that a few times. I get in heated discussions in many of places. So if we disagree, it may just go down publicly, man.
Peter Castro says, Frankie's starting to look like Charles Gorman.
Am I really? Damn.
Gorman's a legend.
Maybe I'm related to Charles Gorman. Who knows?
The Kyle Clifton top 5. He's in the raffle for 2 with this glorious super chat.
Yeah.
Number 1, Garrett. Number 2, Membu. Number 3, Minka. Number 4, Olu. Number 5, Titman. Where would you put Breeston, Kyle? That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like some things about that list. I think Membu and Olu both, being 2 and 4 makes sense to me. But I don't know, man. Again, not to crap on Minka. I can't see him as a top 5 player on this roster. I know, who he is and what he's done, but I don't know. I think there's better players in this roster than him. DeMario, I think, is better than Minka Fitzpatrick, isn't he? At linebacker. Why isn't he there?
I had Minka ahead of DeMario.
Why?
I think Minka's still really good. I went back and watched his season last year, and I still think he's a high-level safety, and he can do a lot of different things.
The thing with Minka, though, is they started playing him a bunch in the box, which worries me a bit.
But I think they did that out of necessity. I think with the Jets, he's going to go back to being a more traditional free safety playmaker.
Is he athletically right now in his career at this point? Is he able to do that, though? He has.
I think he is. He's not old, dude. He's only 29. It's not like he's like DeMario Davis, 37.
Yeah, but he's got some miles, Jake. When safeties hit that like 30, 31 age, man, sometimes they get a little bit flat-footed. And
he's 29.
Yeah, Jake, 2 interceptions he's had over his last 3 seasons.
I get it, but he's also
he used to get like 5 interceptions a year when he was younger. I don't know. I'm just a little concerned.
He's playing more in the box though last year, so like I don't hold the interception stuff against him. Do you remember the play? He had a pick on a 2-point conversion that didn't count towards his interceptions. Like that doesn't go down as an INT, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Party with Peg and Artie in the raffle. They are in for 1 entry. Let's go. Hit it.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
Oh, can Peg and Artie win a prize this week on the show? Just like they wrote off Geno Smith. They're writing off Peg and Artie for some reason. Kyle says Brees was close for number 5. He's probably at number 6. Joe the Jet says, Frankie, you are a good sport. I respect that.
I have no other choice, right? We're going to fight everyone.
Let's see. Black Gypsy says, I'm questioning all of Frankie's decisions with that haircut. I feel like you almost have to go back to the barber and get a refund.
And you know what? I tipped the guy a good amount of money too.
Why?
I didn't even realize how really bad it was until I left. I was like, all right, I was having a good time in there. I'm watching Netflix. They're chopping it up. I don't understand what anyone's talking about, but my guy was busy. And when I left, I could tell my barber, my regular guy, it's literally down the street from my apartment. I can tell when I left, he kind of looked at me and he was like, damn, man, maybe you should have waited. Like he kind of gave me one of those looks, but it is what it is. Not every
Open phone lines for anyone who wants in on the conversation here. A Memorial Day program, unlike any other. Beastbreaker writes in, Frankie, go back to Supercuts and get your money back. Let's check in with the man they call Beast and get his thoughts on where things currently stand.
Tweet. Stringing the cheese. What's up with that haircut? Did you get it from Supercuts? How much? How much you pay him?
How much you think I paid him? No. It was more expensive than I thought. It was 30, and then I tipped like $8, so I paid $38.
I swear to God, I'll get you. I will take you to school.
Haircuts are $30 now, Beast. They used to be 15. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Well, everything has doubled. As is daily double from Jeopardy.
Haircuts.
You know, daily double. And remember, the question is, you don't remember that, do you? You don't remember playing Jeopardy, do you? You never played Jeopardy, have you?
No.
You don't play Jeopardy?
I'm not a Jeopardy guy. I'm terrible at stuff like that.
I'll have to put you to the top, put you to the test. How about Wheel of Fortune?
Hey, Beast, what are your thoughts on this comment from New Q? If you add up government handouts, plus $200 of lawns a year, plus Asmania gifts and Luby repairs,
I gotta
Beast
worry
is
about
basically.
I gotta worry about this goddamn thing going off. You know, I'm not gonna yell today. Today's Memorial Day. Today's the day to support our troops, especially my grandfather and his brother who went to World War II.
Where's your USA flag, Beast? Would you like to do a rendition of our national anthem to pay homage to the troops?
Not Norma Jean, my friend. Not Norma Jean. Norma Jean was known by a great wrestler but there is a hot video that's
how about God Bless America? Give us something patriotic.
How about some anybody say cheese? Did I hear somebody say cheese?
What does cheese have to do with our country?
It's cheese. I love cheese. I like fresh mutts. I like provolone. I like fart cheese, and I don't mind Munster cheese. I don't mind gas cheese.
What is the correlation to any of this with the United States of America?
Hey, this country was built on a lot of great things. We've won 2 world wars.
Would you say World War II was a must-win?
Hey, that's what it all counts to. We may have won other wars too. Nixon, the great Nixon with I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. Ronald Reagan, who got the country up and running in the 80s, did his job. Bush, okay, sure, he didn't do so great, but
give us the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, only if I can pull a little. There you go. And a little. There we go. You know what?
Where are you going? Beast? Where did he go?
I've never seen someone bust out a guitar for the Pledge of Allegiance, though. That was kind of cool.
It actually was not as bad as I thought.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
All right, Beast, whenever you figure out what's going on there, we'll come back to you.
I only worry about one person's penis, and that's mine. So everybody else's, I don't really care.
What was that in reference to?
Benengo being Benengo, baby. Yeah. Chuck Wagon says your barber was a Reese guy.
Yeah, that explains it, doesn't it?
Joe writes in, Happy Memorial Day, Jake. By the way, funny thing I found out, did you know Cade Klubnik's 2-0 against Drake May in college? We got a chub for club in this chat, Frankie. Your thoughts?
Oh man, whenever I go on YouTube now, I keep getting suggested videos about how Cade Klubnik is going to be the ultimate Jet sleeper this year, and everyone's overlooking him. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there. YouTube keeps wanting me to watch these kind of videos. So who knows, Jake? What's your take on Klubnik?
I got a chub. Well, no, I mean, I like the leadership and some of the intangible stuff, but
Same.
my expectations for him are if he ends up being a high level backup, that's a win for a 4th round pick. Like, I don't think we have our franchise quarterback in waiting.
Yeah, and listen, if it's time to play the kid, don't hesitate to play him. He has started or has played in almost 50 games in college. There is no real, like, he's not going through some developmental period like a Ty Simpson. He can play. He's played in big games. He's played at a big school. He's had almost 50 appearances. If he's ready to go, play him. I mean, I was talking to someone like, oh, Bailey Zappi should be the backup. I don't even know if Bailey Zappi is going to make the roster. I mean, we don't have no idea. He couldn't even make the roster in New England when he was there. So if Klubnik can play, I'd play him. Why not?
This one is from Upstate, who says, is Frankie's list then more than people think us crazies who are listening in June, or the average Jet fan? It's a good point. So who is this list? Let me put it back up on the screen here. Is the better than most think and worse than most think aimed at the crazies watching my show in June, or the average Jet fan?
Both. Listen, with lists like this, let's be honest here. Anyone you say worse than most think, Jet fans aren't going to like it, right? Can we agree with that? I could have put Geno Smith on this list. People wouldn't have liked it. I could have put Breece Hall. People wouldn't have liked it. I could have put anybody, right? I mean, besides Jamie Sherwood, who's public enemy number one that everyone doesn't like today. You wouldn't have got a good reaction with anyone besides Jamie and Sherwood. Like any Jet fan would, right? Like, take anyone, Jake. Unless you put someone that really doesn't play. I mean, okay.
Gator
I kind of
says,
think, yeah.
If Klubnik's no better than Zach or Boyle, I can't watch this team. I still want another arm in there. I think Zappy's better than both those guys, and he would be the backup. Zappy might be the best backup on the team right now. We don't know if Klubnik's better than Bailey Zappi. At this point, Klubnik was a 4th round pick.
Yeah, I think I just pulled it up. The free agent quarterbacks that are available list, really short. There's really not much there. You got Cooper Rush, we just discussed, Garoppolo, Bridgewater, and then Brett Rippon. I mean, I'm done with the Rippon things here. Yeah, I that's about it. I mean, Bridgewater was here already, so forget that, I would say. And then Garoppolo's interesting, but Garoppolo got old, man. I didn't realize he's about to be 35. Age kind of creeped up on that guy, huh? But that's it. I mean, it really is Cooper Rush, basically, if you're gonna want to bring somebody in. Jake, to be honest, I'm not against it. I think it makes, just to make that room competitive. I don't think it's something you have to do, though. I think Klubnik's played in almost 50 games. Klubnik is a very experienced rookie quarterback, considering where he came from in Clemson and how many games he's played in. You're really not going to find the guy with more experience than Cade Klubnik. So you're just hoping that the injury last year that he sustained early in the season that prevented him from having the year that we all expected, or a lot of pundits expected him to have. Now he's hopefully healthy, that he's a 3rd round value, 2nd round value. That's what you're hoping for.
I mean, he's got 1st round talent, because a year ago he was thought to be a 1st round pick by some. That's what they said.
Was.
Yeah, how fickle things change.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, him, Nussmeier, the few guys there that were in that top 5 pick conversation, not even top 5 quarterback. Yeah,
I still can't get over this Sorsby thing, by the way. Like, again, like the precedent that is now being set that you could gamble on your team and still be eligible to play college football is insane that Sorsby's eligible.
They probably, Jake, because they said he gambled when he was at Indiana, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that helped his case a bit because he didn't do it. I mean, he wasn't on Texas Tech last year also. So, I mean, maybe that's not a good argument. But, yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, 2 games, right? To 2-game suspension, that's as good as you're going to get. And like you're saying, game 1's going to be a gimme. Yeah, yeah, man. There was something maybe that they either couldn't necessarily prove or listen, if we're taking this on the surface, the NCAA doesn't want to suspend Sorsby for the year, right? That doesn't help them at all. The guy doesn't play. Texas Tech's not as good. The revenue's not there. All these big games that Texas Tech's, potentially going to play in, you're not going to get the views. It's in their best interest for him to play, right? It's not in their best interest for him to be sitting the whole year, and it's not in their best interest for him to go to the NFL via the supplemental draft. So this is all about money, man. It's all about money. Yeah, there's going to be people out there that are not going to like this, though, in terms of what it means for the integrity of sports. I mean, if this is a slap on the wrist, really, and this is how many gambling situations have happened already. I mean, it's rampant.
Wild.
Seems like, yeah.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.